And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. And once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for last night's episode of Black Lightning Season 3, Episode 14. Gotta say, very good episode here. I mean, this episode gave us some pretty interesting details about certain characters, especially characters that we got kind of backgrounds, but not really too much about them, and more developing and their character as the show progresses. So we all know in last week's episode, and by the way, spoilers if you haven't caught up to Black Lightning. Last week's episode, the team pretty much went into Sokovia to try to get Lynn back and also Tobias because Odell wanted up Tobias for his own personal gain. So then they end up meeting Gravedigger. Gravedigger is this metahuman that pretty much has super strength. He can pretty much do whatever you could possibly imagine. So they go in there, they got her out, and then they pretty much zap the guy. Well, Black Lightning did. And now the next episode, which is this episode, you have the team still trying to figure out what's the next plan. What do they got to do to really stop the Sokovians from pretty much taking over Freeland and do whatever the heck they want, but also keeping an eye on Odell and his team just in case, they don't go shady on them. Well, you think things can get bad from worse, you're pretty much wrong. And then we find out that, Evelyn's back. She was the crime boss before Tobias, and she was the one who was in the painting that Tobias had. So this was significant, infatuation with her from his point of view. So who knows how that's going to turn out later in future episodes, or maybe in a future season. Maybe they'll fight each other or team up. Who knows? But she's back. We found a way. Apparently she can control Lala. So, I don't know. Remember, Lala was threatening her. Like, oh yeah, half your business is going to be mine. I'm in charge now. I'm the new godfather in town. Because Tobias is not there. And they don't know what happened to him. They think he's gone, dead, whatever. So they're taking advantage of what they can to take over Freeland. And since the Sokovias are dealing with other metas, they can pretty much take over the mobster stuff whenever they want. So she started controlling him. So who knows what's that about? Does that affect his powers? Does that affect him from not seeing people and after he kills them, it has tattoos? Who knows? But I thought that was interesting. We got to see Lynn pretty much confess that yeah, she's a drug addict now. She has to deal with the fact that all the green metal thing that she was taking is pretty much affecting her, and she can't stop. She's trying to. She's got the support of her family. So who knows how long that's gonna play out, but that was interesting. We finally got information about the briefcase that Tobias had from when the metas were in the pods, when the pod kids were there. We got to see what was inside. It was basically the government and the Sokovians pretty much keeping the biggest secret that the world has not even known about, and the fact that metahumans have been around for centuries. Which we all knew that was eventually going to happen. You can say Vandal Savage is a metahuman or whatever he is. But the first recorded metahuman was Gravedigger. Gravedigger was a soldier of color who, in the military at that point in time, didn't really respect those guys. Oh yeah, you guys are your colors and you're just going to be the cooks and nobody cared about who you are. You ain't real soldiers. He gets into a fight, and instead of, the soldiers to lock him up, they decided, oh yeah, you can either be locked up or be an experiment. They experiment on him. They put a whole bunch of stuff on him to make him a soldier, a super soldier, I guess. They accidentally awaken his dormant metahuman powers, which activated. Then he basically became the perfect soldier. Pretty much, if you think about it, it kind of reminded me of watching Captain America become Captain America, but except without him being all righteous and good. He pretty much wanted revenge on what happened to him in his whole life. He was mistreated not only because he was a soldier, but he was also a person of color. So there was that. So the guy pretty much has some demons inside him. And then, of course, the end of the episode, we got to see him get injected with a needle and pretty much got more power now. So he has a whole bunch of other people's powers. So how is Black Lightning going to stop him? No idea. But now that he knows about him, now he has to figure out how he's going to stop him in the next episode, which sounds to me is going to be a very action-packed episode, but it should be very interesting when it comes to that episode next week. But I'm looking forward to it. I thought this episode was fun. it gave us like a lot of information, including little tidbits of what to come for the future episodes and maybe even future seasons. For all we know, Evelyn could be the next big bad for the next season, or if they can't stop Gravedigger, maybe Gravedigger will be the big bad for the next season. Who knows? I know a lot of people are starting to get tired of seeing Tobias as the bad guy. I love Tobias; he's great, but he could take a back burner in the back and just be in the background, but not being the main focus as a villain. But who knows? Who knows what happens? But yeah, I still enjoy this episode, and of course we got to see Lala as well. Who knows what's gonna happen with him and how his powers are affected now? Now that Evelyn can control him, how's that gonna play out? Nobody knows. And where the heck is Tobias? Tobias is somewhere. Is he gonna make his way back into Freeland? Is he gonna wait until everything is officially over? Black Lightning deals with everybody's issues, and maybe he'll come in, sneak in, take up what's left of it. Who knows how he's gonna handle his situation when he comes back. But it should be very interesting seeing the rest of the season of Black Lightning. Right now, Black Lightning to me is like the best show on TV because Arrow's gone now. So right now, I think Black Lightning is number one for me, and obviously I have Legends of Tomorrow number two. But and then Supergirl. Right now, Flash is there too, but it needs to pick up a little more. But so far, Black Lightning is doing a really good job of keeping us interested, especially me, with these characters and who they are as people. And I just like the idea of the show because it gives us great characters that you could invest in to like, and then it gives you tragic backstories about them or just any backstory to give their character meaning. So who knows what's gonna happen in the next episode, but I'm looking forward to it. So leave me a comment below, let me know what you guys thought about it, and stay tuned for more. Thank you very much and have a good day.